Shalom, my friends. Today, we are going to declare war, not on an external enemy, but on the terrorist that lives inside your own mind. That voice of doubt, of fear, of endless what-ifs. That voice that replays every mistake and rehearses every potential failure. Today, I am going to give you the ancient key, forged in the wisdom of our sages, to unlock the prison of overthinking and finally find the peace and clarity that is your divine birthright. But first, a question. What is the one decision or thought that you are currently replaying over and over in your mind like a broken record? What is the mental loop that is stealing your peace? Name it in the comments below. Dragging it out of the darkness of your mind and into the light is the first act of liberation. Before we silence the noise, I need you to join our mission to bring this peace to the world. We are on a mission to reach 50,000 subscribers, to create a global community of clear-minded, decisive creators. If you are ready to escape the prison of your own mind, then do your part. Hit that subscribe button right now. Join this sacred family, this mishpacha. And listen, for those of you who are ready to master the entire framework of divine clarity and action, I have something extraordinary. I have opened enrollment for the Torah Millionaire Business School, but I must warn you, it is closing very soon. For just $299, I will unveil the full Torah wealth system, the 3,000-year-old blueprint for thinking, speaking, and acting in perfect alignment with the flow of abundance. The link is in the comments below. If you feel the call, do not wait. When the door closes, it closes. Now, listen to me. The modern world worships the intellect. It has convinced you that thinking more is always better. It tells you to do your research, to weigh all the options, to analyze the data. And so you do. You create spreadsheets with 20 columns. You read every book, listen to every podcast. You make pro and con lists that are 10 pages long. You are drowning in information, but you are starving for clarity. You are not thinking, you are overthinking. And overthinking is not a sign of intelligence. It is a sign of fear. It is the most sophisticated form of procrastination ever invented. I know this prison intimately. I used to be its longest-serving inmate. Early in my career, I was faced with my first major business decision. It was a fork in the road, a choice between a safe, stable partnership and a risky but potentially explosive new venture. For weeks, I was paralyzed. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. My mind was a raging torrent of what-ifs. What if the new venture fails? What if I lose everything? But what if the safe path leads to a life of regret? I created spreadsheets so complex they could have guided a mission to Mars. I spoke to every advisor I knew, and the more information I gathered, the more confused I became. The opportunity had a deadline, and while I was lost in the labyrinth of my own mind, the deadline passed. I didn't make the wrong choice. I made no choice. And that, my friends, is always the most expensive choice of all. I didn't lose because of a bad decision. I lost because of indecision. I lost to the disease of overthinking. Here is the fundamental problem, the common enemy. You believe that thinking is the path to clarity, when in fact it is the primary obstacle. You are trying to find a quiet room by turning up the volume on 1,000 different radios. You think that If you just analyze the problem from one more angle, the perfect, risk-free answer will magically appear. This is a lie, whispered into your ear by the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination. The Yetzer Hara's greatest weapon is not temptation to sin, it is the temptation to think. Because it knows that as long as you are thinking, you are not acting. As long as you are analyzing, you are not advancing. It traps you in the prison of your own mind, a place where you are the inmate, the guard, and the warden all at the same time. The hidden mechanism is a profound teaching from the great Hasidic master Rabbi Nachman of Breslov. He taught that the highest spiritual path is the path of tmimut, which means simplicity or wholeheartedness. Rabbi Nachman said, "The world tells you to be clever. I tell you to be simple." Overthinking is the opposite of tmimut. It is a state of spiritual complexity, of a divided heart. It is a symptom of a deeper disease, a lack of faith. You are overthinking because you do not trust. You do not trust God, you do not trust the universe, and you do not trust yourself. You are trying to be the CEO of reality, to control every outcome, to eliminate all risk. And since that is an impossible task, your mind spins in an endless loop of anxiety. The cure for overthinking is not more thinking. The cure for overthinking is a radical leap into the arms of faith. The cost of this disease is immeasurable. It is the cost of missed opportunities, of businesses never started, of books never written, of relationships never pursued. It is the slow, grinding erosion of your life force, as your precious mental and emotional energy is consumed by a civil war inside your own head. It is the quiet desperation of a life lived in the shallow end of the pool, because you were too busy analyzing the risks of the deep end. It is the profound regret of looking back on your life and realizing that you were so afraid of making the wrong move that you barely moved at all. Now, let me show you the Torah's model for breaking this paralysis. It is the story of the splitting of the Red Sea. The Israelites are trapped. The Egyptian army is behind them. The sea is in front of them. It is the ultimate high-stakes decision. And what do? They start to overthink. They cry out to Moses, "Were there no graves in Egypt that you brought us to die in the wilderness?" They are analyzing, complaining, panicking. They are trapped in their minds. And what is God's response to Moses? It is one of the most powerful and surprising lines in the entire Torah. God says, "Ma titzak elai, daber el bnei Yisrael v'yisa'u." Why are you crying out to me? Speak to the children of Israel, and they shall go forward. Think about the audacity of that command. Go forward? Into where? Into a sea. God does not say, "Wait while I split the sea." He does not say, "Let's analyze the tides." He says, in essence, stop thinking and start walking. And according to the Midrash, the ancient commentary, the sea did not split until one man, Nachshon ben Aminadab took a radical leap of faith. He stopped thinking and started walking. He walked into the water up to his ankles, up to his knees, up to his waist. He kept walking until the water was up to his very nostrils and he was about to drown. And only then, at the moment of absolute committed action, did the sea split. The breakthrough did not come before the action. The breakthrough came from the action. My own Nachshon moment came after I lost that first big opportunity. I was devastated. My rabbi saw my despair and he told me, "You are standing on the shore of the Red Sea crying. You need to walk." The next time a big decision came, I did something different. I did my due diligence, yes, but I limited it to a single day. I gathered the essential facts, and then I stopped. I went to a quiet room, and instead of analyzing, I prayed for clarity. I asked God, "Which path will allow me to be of greater service to you?" And then I made a decision. I took one step. And the moment I took that step, a sense of profound peace washed over me. The noise stopped. The anxiety vanished. I had walked into the water, and the sea of my own confusion parted. Now, let me give you the practical key to stop overthinking. It is a 3-step protocol based on this ancient wisdom. The Nachshon Protocol. How to stop overthinking and start acting. Step 1. The information quarantine. When you are faced with a decision, give yourself a strict, non-negotiable time limit for gathering information. It could be 1 day or even 1 hour. During this time, gather the essential facts. But the moment the alarm goes off, you are done. The quarantine is in effect. No more articles, no more phone calls, no more spreadsheets. You have the raw materials. Now it is time to build. Step 2. The Simplicity Prayer. Find a quiet space. Do not ask, "What is the right choice?" This question invites complexity. Instead, ask the question of tmimut, of simplicity. Ask, "Master of the universe, what is the simple path forward? What is the path of wholeheartedness?" Or, as my rabbi taught me, ask, "Which path will allow me to be of greater service to you?" This reframes the decision from one of self-interest and fear to one of service and faith. Listen for the quiet answer that comes not as a complex analysis, but as a simple, intuitive pull in one direction. Step 3. The tiny step of faith. Once you have that intuitive pull, you must immediately take one small, concrete, physical action in that direction. This is the key. You must get out of your head and into your body. If the decision is to start a business, your tiny step is to register the domain name. If the decision is to write a book, your tiny step is to write the first sentence. If the decision is to heal a relationship, your tiny step is to draft the text message. This tiny action is your Nachshon moment. It is you walking into the water. It sends a signal to the universe that you are done thinking and you are ready for the sea to split. This protocol, quarantine, prayer, action, is the ancient key to breaking the chains of overthinking. It is the way of the warrior, not the worrier. It is the path of the creator, not the commentator. I am not giving you a challenge today. I am giving you a weapon. The next time you find yourself trapped in the prison of overthinking, use it. Do not honor the anxiety with more analysis. See it for what it is, a trick of the Yetzer Hara, and then take out your key and unlock the door. Here are 3 immediate actions to begin. 1. Identify the decision you are currently overthinking right now and declare an information quarantine. Set an alarm for 24 hours from now. After that, no more research. 2. When that alarm goes off, perform the simplicity prayer. Ask the question of service. 3. The moment you have your answer, identify the tiniest possible step you can take and do it immediately. Register the domain. Write the sentence. Send the text. Walk into the water. Remember the promise. Clarity does not come from thinking. Clarity comes from action rooted in faith. You have been standing on the shore of your own greatness for long enough. The army of your past regrets is behind you. The sea of your future potential is in front of you. Stop crying out. Stop analyzing the waves. Just take one step. As King Solomon, the wisest of all men, wrote in Ecclesiastes, "He who observes the wind will not sow, and he who regards the clouds will not reap." If you wait for the perfect, risk-free conditions, you will wait forever. The time for thinking is over. The time for acting is now. Shalom, and may you be blessed with the courage to silence the noise, the faith to take the first step, and the profound joy of watching the sea of your own possibilities part before you. Amen.